Hey, welcome to Joyful Builds. It's been a long time since the last update. I've probably shot this intro 4 different months in the past little while here, but I think this is finally going to be the one. As you can probably tell already, there's a bit of a different background because things have changed quite a bit over the last while. Got new storage, tables are still the same, but new desks set up, and the city has grown quite a bit and is in a shambles. But we'll give you a tour of that right away here. And I hope you enjoy the progress we make today. We're focusing on building some streets and trying to future-proof the builds here and hopefully change the layout, as I made a numbers spreadsheet with how I'd like it to look like, but we'll see if we make it that far tonight. So I now have 2 desks, which is great for putting things that I'm not working on currently, as well as a working space. But the big change, as you can see to the left here, is I now have storage for all the extra parts and pieces, although I am looking to double that as it's not enough, and I have some in the far corner back there on some little shelves, and I have plenty more pieces to organize. But that has been one big change, although I'm not sure how I'm going to fit more storage in here. And the set I'm working on right now is Ninjago City Markets, but unfortunately I am missing a bag. So waiting for that. In the meantime, chaos. Organized chaos, but absolute chaos with the pieces everywhere. And then I was also building another Ninjago modular building and found I can't find basically 3 bags worth of parts that I've somehow lost inside the Lego City. So I'm trying to build everything else as fast as I can to find those pieces, but not having any luck, and that's why we're in this little bit of a shambles, because I've got 2 Ninjago 4,000 plus pieces plus, and they're just not coming together. And then I got new Lego order today of parts, as well as some roads I picked up from Facebook Marketplace, where we're going to hopefully add onto the roads, which I guess you haven't seen before, but started those a little while ago. They're very much in progress. As you can tell, I'm using leaves on top of my traffic lights there that are temporary, and trying to get a boulevard in the middle, as well as parking and road space for the speed champions, just because I have so many of them anyway. And then what else have we built recently? Botanical gardens are in there. I got the temple there, well, I can't remember what it's called. Built some more of the Ninjago sets that are trying to build an island up here, and then we've got everything else down the end that's just sitting around waiting to be organized. But today we're going to focus on these roads with the new parts that we have. So let's open that up and see how we make out. So a couple of base plates, a lot of plates, a lot of pieces, for me at least. And a free Year of the Snake. So we'll be parting that out, but I'll build it first just for fun. Having a quick look at the pieces, it looks like they're actually all here, which is great. I may have missed a few things in my order, probably have, but we're going to try and start putting these roads. We're going to do a little time lapse because it's not that exciting to watch, but let me see if we can whip some up in the next couple of minutes. I will say one of the downsides of having a larger order is that they just all come in one bag, all those pieces that aren't super large. I mean, even my 6x6 flat tiles there are included, but I've got some pretty small parts in here as well. 2x2 here, a random flower I didn't order, but there's a lot of pieces in this bag. I'm not sure if that really shows up on camera, but to find the pieces you're exactly looking for seems kind of like a bulk buy rather than a Lego set, which I guess is very true, but it's going to make this a lot longer process than I expected. Well, that's all I have time for tonight, unfortunately, but didn't quite make as much progress as I'd like, and have a few pieces missing that I forgot to order. Of course, that's the way it goes with making orders, but we did make some progress in the bag. It is looking a lot less full, and the street's looking pretty good. Have a look. So we managed to complete this one fully, well, mostly fully, just missing a few pieces here and there. That one's missing quite a few pieces. That one hadn't started, and I'm sure we're missing pieces from that. But I did also get a Mills plate built for the cinema, the theatre. Can't remember what it's called, Palace Theatre. That's the one. So we'll get working on that next time too, hopefully. Maybe have some friends do that. And then if I have enough parts left over, I'm going to start on a green space here between all the gardens and the little restaurant here, and we're going to change that layout anyway, but we'll have a green space there coming up soon, and we'll see what tomorrow holds. So it's a new day, new shirt. I am back down here again. It's been a couple of days since I was last working, but fortunately enough, I was actually able to do my second ever basic marketplace transaction with the same guy, and picked up another 4 base road plate packs. So I'll be able to get roughly the idea of how the next couple of streets are going to look, even though I don't have the pieces to fill them in. I will be able to fill in a couple of the last pieces that I was missing, which is exciting. So I'm going to part those out and get that started, and see where else, if I can work on that layout again a little bit today. And the guy was nice enough to throw in a little free poly bag, so we'll probably make that up as well. Let's get to it. So now that we have successfully devoured 5 road packs, it's time to start building some more roads. So I'm going to see if I can get this one done with the parts I have. If not, we'll go back to the original plan of rearranging the city to the actual layout I want. So let's give it a go. And with that, I've got as far as I can with the pieces I have to build the roads that I can. And I think it's time to see if we can rearrange this city into something that makes more sense, rather than just whatever's being built being thrown up in order just to fill up the streets. So let's see what we can do, and yeah, we'll see in a minute. Now the first step is always to take away all the minifigs and cars, but thankfully I haven't put the minifigs on, so it's just the speed champions we have to move out of the way. And I guess there's a few of them, but there isn't all of them on there thankfully yet. After this, hopefully we will get a chance to put them out, and eventually when I get the parts, I'll finish off these roads with all the foliage in the middle and all the street signs and lamps. Currently I only have a couple of lamps out, the rest are here. And then beneath all these extra road plates that will be used, there must be over 100 of these pieces. If you have any ideas on what to use these for, I am open to suggestions, because I don't want them to go to waste, but otherwise I guess I'll look at selling them, just because I don't see a use for them in any foreseeable project. But for now, we're focusing on rearranging the city, making it look like what I want it to look like long term, even with a few gaps for future builds, like the new modular Tudor building. And then eventually the Avengers Infinity Tower will hopefully fill in that back space, that corner there. So I'll just finish taking off all these cars and then get to the fun of rearranging. Although I've never rearranged with Mills plates before, so I'm hoping it's simple, but I'm always nervous to break parts as I have nothing attached to each other, just really pushed up tightly to make it look seamless at the moment. But it's really come along, and I'm looking forward to what it's going to look like in a couple of minutes here. So that was really surprising. When I changed up the layout here, I didn't realize how much better it was going to look, A, but how much larger and more room it would take up. Not sure how that really happened. I know I have a few spots here and there that are only filled up, but really it expanded quite a bit. And I know I still have the Ghostbusters fire hall to build the Palace Cinema to the corner when I can afford that, and then some mocks to fill in other areas, and then also a lot more roads to do. But take a look with me. I think it's looking really good, and I'll explain things as I go. Alrighty, so the main corner here. So one thing you notice, we got consistent heights, a lot better, because not all the modular buildings have the same height. So you go a little higher there, then you get a little lower as we get to the parking area. The Parisian restaurant is a little bit tall there, but I'm fine with that, just like the Chinese restaurant here is a little bit higher. It just gives a different feel to the area, and I'm going to put a nice park in there with walkways, covered walkways, kind of like the Spring Lantern Festival area. And then you get back into the residential area with the gas station temporarily, but really shopping sites with the museum, the bank, and the Assembly Square along here. And then behind here will eventually be the Ghostbusters Fire Hall and which one did I throw in? Oh, the police station. So that means we're going to have to push down Ninjago even further once it's fully built, once I get those parts that are missing. Taj Mahal, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. It actually has a light set in it, which I'd like to connect. Sadly, I don't have any power in this area of the Lego room at the moment. And then I was hoping to do an island area with fortresses. So having a fortress with a solar pit, the windmill at the back corner of the fortress, kind of a mixture of modern and history, and then coming into some water before hitting Ninjago, and then getting into the city after a little beach scene. But I'm not sure how it's going to happen. And then of course the amusement park over to the left here, with how much room the city is taking up really quickly. I really like my wide roads. I still got to put the cars on. Don't have time for that tonight, but yeah, it's taking up a lot more room than I expected. So we'll see where that goes, and if I have to cut something out, I know I'll have to move the Taj Mahal. Maybe I'll bring it over here, but the idea is eventually to have more of these stands along that back wall, and then just having the single table to work on here. So yeah, the Taj Mahal is definitely going to be a question to figure out. I don't want an amusement park. I think that'll look really strange. But if you have some ideas, apart from, of course, giving it away to one of you guys, I can't do that at the moment, then hit me up with some ideas. Hey, thanks for coming to hang out with me today and the other day, I suppose, and seeing how the Lego City's coming along and all the improvements that have happened over the last year. Still got a long way to go, of course, and your support is always appreciated. And if you'd like to give a like and a subscribe, that would really help the channel out. And if you have any feedback on what you'd like to see or what's boring or exciting, that's always really appreciated too. Thanks again, and have a great day, evening, night, morning, whatever you're doing.